Hi Aries, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. So before we start, I just want to say my taroscopes are for your sun, moon and ascendant, and I advise that you watch all three of the videos for those signs because it's going to give you a more complete picture of how this is going to speak to you. I do incorporate astrology and numerology into my readings, and I tend to blend that into one so that you get kind of like a more complete picture of how this is going to speak to you. And I do sometimes incorporate the larger transits, i.e. the moons, full moon, new moon, etc. So with that said, I'm going to get straight into it. Before we start, if you haven't, please don't forget to hit the like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. So before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week, let's make sure they're the right way up, you have the Strength card, right? So Aries, what is it that you are passionate about this week? What is it that you are putting your heart and soul and energy into? It may very well be that a broad step, a very courageous step is going to be required from you this week. So there's going to be something that you're having to put a lot of that, not bravado, but a lot of that forceful kind of brave energy that Aries is known for. This is what you're going to have to dig deep on this week, and you're going to have to deliver. And I actually feel like this is going to be for you personally. So keep that in mind, should I say. For your actions and options this week, you have the Four of Swords. So coupled with the Strength card, sometimes our ability to do nothing or to sit back and allow things to pan out, sometimes that's the thing that requires the most strength. Sometimes the strength that you need is the strength of restraint, and this week I kind of feel like it may very well be there. Now your Four of Swords suggests that you personally are choosing not to do something. It's like you're deliberately holding back, which is it's not necessarily a bad thing, and it's not always easy at that, right? Sometimes it's quite hard to refrain from doing something. It also suggests as well, this could be recreation. There's something that you might need to be doing, like taking a rest. If you've been kind of umming and ahhing about that, it might be something that you need to look at this week. For your communications and conversations, you have the Six of Swords, right? And then coupled with that Strength card, again, what you're seeing here is your ability to move past something. So this may be that a conversation, maybe a challenge that you've had with somebody recently. This might see you having to say to yourself, this week it could actually present the opportunity for you to say, you know what, I'm going to rise above that, or I'm going to move beyond it. Yes, it is what it is. Yes, this person hurt me or whatever. It's not about turning the other cheek. It's about finding it within yourself to have the strength to move beyond something that you know isn't going to serve you, i.e. a battle or an argument, whatever it might be. Now, when it comes to your work, for those of you that are employed, your Six of Swords basically talks about a connection to the overseas in some regard, which is really nice. For those of you that are self-employed or work for yourselves, own business, solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, etc. This kind of suggests to me that this week you're going to start to remember what you love about what you do. This is about getting back to that, okay, this is fun, this is what I like, this is what I love to do. And then for those of you that are retired, for those of you that aren't working, the Six of Swords basically says whatever challenges you've had, especially coupled with the Strength card, you're going to start to understand what it's actually bringing you. Sometimes you move beyond your circumstances and you go, okay, you know what? This experience has actually taught me this, this, and this. So this week it's going to be, you will have a bit of an aha moment, but it's going to be by looking at how you get through your circumstances and how you go beyond them. And I'd say that message actually resonates for all of you in some way, shape, or form. But especially for those of you that have more time on your hands, right? Because you have more time to think. for your money and materials. Oh yeah, look at that, right? You got the 10 of Cups. This is beautiful. And coupled with that Strength card, home is good this week. There's fun, there's laughter, there's joy, there's even rest and recuperation. And I really think that this week you should take that. I think it's going to be one of the lighter energies for you guys this week, considering the whole, you know, kerfuffle that we have at this moment in time, and we'll have right through to sort of the end of Feb going into, well, no, let's say the end of Feb. All right. So when it comes to your money and your finances, you've got what it looks like for a lot of you, you are planning ahead for some sort of travel. And what I like about this is it's kind of like you're saying, well, you know what, I know the state of the world is what it is, but I have faith that it will improve at some point. So this could be you looking at some sort of travel. It could be you looking at some sort of, what's the word? Vacation, obviously for a later date. What it also tells me is that when it comes to your finances, things will be a lot easier for you this week. And I think a lot of that comes down to the big realization that you've already got what you need. Do you know what I mean? Like there's nothing that you need on top of what you already have. And that's a really powerful place to be. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this would represent literally your feet, your ankles, and your lymph system. Now, I'm not saying that you have any problems there, but you know, if you have them, these are probably likely the places that you're going to find them. One thing that I can say to you as well is with the 2 Swords cards and this 10 of Cups and talking about your lymph system, one of the things that can aid this, I'm not a doctor, I can't give you medical advice, but I know this from training that I've had in lymphatic drainage massage, is that if you can't move so much, if you're not so mobile, one thing that you can do to assist your lymphatic system is deep breathing. This is one of the reasons that meditation is so good for you, because as you close and center yourself down, you come into that space of realization, you know, on a spiritual level for sure, but you come into that place of moving the energies and the physical, you know, even your lymph. The deeper your breath, the more you're moving your lymph system. With that said, it's also worth mentioning, I completely forgot to mention this at the beginning of the video, if you don't know this, I have a new channel that is literally dedicated solely to meditations and guided visualizations. There's a link for it in the description box below. So if you're into that kind of thing, or even if you know, maybe you've made a New Year's resolution that you want to get into that kind of thing, I've designed a whole bunch of goodies that you can check out. They're totally free. They're on YouTube. The link is in the description. And then for your love and relations, you have the 5 of Pentacles. So assistance may be needed from a partner, a loved one, or a family member this week when it comes to the finances. So, you know, if you're a bit more flush than somebody else, and you see somebody else in a time of need, you may be called upon for that. The other thing is as well, remember your 5 of Pentacles can sometimes be about injury, coupled with the 6 of Swords and the 10 of Cups there. This week, twisted ankles, all of that kind of stuff. Just watch out for partners, friends, loved ones, children especially, because this, if there is going to be anything, it could sort of be there. Now, on an interpersonal connection kind of level, that 5 of Pentacles may see some sort of a disagreement when it comes to finances, when it comes to money. So this is something that you want to be aware of. And remember, you've got the Strength card there. Sometimes having the strength not to say something or not to get into it with somebody is the strength that you need to find. So think about how this speaks to you, how it works for you, whether it's your sun, your moon, or your rising. And I truly hope that it helps you and serves you in some way, shape or form. Thank you so much, and I will see you again next week, and obviously after that as well for your monthly readings. And I've got a whole bunch of collaborations this year planned, so stay tuned. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Take care, and I'll see you soon.